What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Eddie with DIY Basics. Today I want to go over the importance of identifying your hot lead when working with switches and the importance of it and how to actually do it. I had a buddy of mine reach out to me not too long ago, and he had a situation where he was switching out a single pole switch like what we have here with a dimmer, but the dimmer that they provided him was a three-way dimmer. And in a situation like that, there's usually the black, which is the common. It'll give you like two reds for travelers, and then it'll give you a ground. So you're working with four wires. So in that situation, I explained to him the importance of identifying your hot. When you're working with a single pole switch, the mindset is that it doesn't matter how you place the wires because in essence, they're both hot. But when you're working with a three-way situation, you want to know which lead is actually hot. In this case, obviously, we know we're getting power from here and it's coming in for demonstration purposes. But when you open up a box, you're going to have a ton of wires in there and you're not going to know which is which. And especially when you're working with switches, a lot of times you'll have the switch on because you'll be in a room and you'll have the light on. So when you go in there and you test it, let me get some power on so you can see what I'm talking about here. So as you can see, the power just came on and the light came on. So when the switch is off, the light is off, obviously, right? So now you're working in a customer's house, you turn the switch on and you're testing for power. And you put your sniffer on it and you're getting power on both lines, right? But that could be deceiving because then you thinking both are hot when in essence they're not, right? So now when you shut it off, you will see that one is hot and one is not, right? Now, why is this important? This is important because when you're working with three-way switches, one of the terminals is going to be a common terminal. And that terminal is where you want to place your hot lead. The switch is designed to have your hot lead enter through the common terminal, and then the other travelers go out to whatever fixture they're feeding through the traveler terminals, which in most cases will be the gold terminals. As you can see here, we have two gold terminals, but on a three-way switch, you will have one black terminal and then the additional two gold terminals for travelers to where they might be going. And if you don't identify your hot and you place it on the wrong terminal, for example, if you place your hot lead on a gold terminal instead of the black common terminal, it may not work. And you may be wondering why. And it's because you haven't identified your hot and you haven't placed it on the proper terminal. In this situation here, I want to show you what a three-way switch looks like. All right. You're going to have, like I mentioned, you're going to have a black terminal, which is your common, and then you're going to have your two gold, which are your travelers, and obviously you will have a ground. So in that situation, you would need to identify your hot so that you can place it on your gold, on your black terminal, which is the common, which is where the power goes. If you place it on a gold terminal and then place another lead on your black, it probably won't work. All right, guys. So in this scenario, you can see that I have my hot lead going to a gold terminal and I have my traveler going to the other gold terminal, right? And I didn't put anything on the black terminal, which is our common, which is where our power should be going. If you don't have a good understanding of the wiring system, then what would happen is you would just assume, well, you know, gold equals black. So you come across a switch like this and you say, oh, I'll just put both of my black wires on the two gold screws and I should be in good shape. I don't know what that black one is, and I'll just leave it alone. But that black one is actually the piece to the puzzle, and it's the one that requires your power to get connected to. So in this case, you'll see that I have my power source, it's live, and then I have no power on that traveler. But regardless of the fact, no matter which way I turn the switch, I still have no traveling power, which means that light's not going to work in this scenario. All right, guys, I'm back. As you can see, I reconfigured the wiring. So now I have my power source. You can see it's hot. It's going to my common terminal, and you have the other traveler wire going from one of the gold screws to the light fixture. As you can see, the light fixture is off. when I toggle this switch down, this is a three-way switch, so it doesn't matter which way it goes up and down until it makes the connection. When I toggle down, it closes the loop, and as you can see, the light comes on. So now I am able to use the switch because the power is originating from the common terminal, and it's sending power to the two traveler terminals. This video is pretty much just to show you the importance of identifying your hot lead, knowing how to do it, and understanding that when it comes to single pole switches, it doesn't matter where the hot and the traveler go. But when you're dealing with a three-way switch, you definitely need to identify that hot lead, and it needs to go on that common terminal. So when my buddy called me up and he explained to me that he just connected the black to the black, one of the reds to the other black that he had, and it worked and it was no problem. And I asked him, did you identify the hot? And he said, well, they were both hot. And I said, well, what do you mean they were both hot? And he said, well, they were both hot. And I said, well, did you have the switch on or off? And he said, well, the switch was on because he was in the room working. I said, well, that's the classic scenario. If you test your leads with the switch on, they're both going to read hot. But you need to test with the switch off, even if you need to have a flashlight handy in order to identify your hot lead. In his case, he got lucky. He wound up connecting his power source to his common terminal. But had he done it backwards, he would have had a failure, and he would have been racking his brain regarding why it wasn't working. So in his case, he got lucky, but it was also a lesson learned. I explained the situation to him. I explained the importance of identifying the hot. And I'm sure he'll be using that technique when he deals with these switches in the future. All right, guys, listen, I just wanted to give you a little something. I haven't been on in a while, but I figured I'd create a video. Every time something comes up and I think it might be of value, I'll put a video together so you guys can get something out of it. All right, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks.